Hey there, everyone. Hi, how are you? You guys, I still haven't finished my nails. I have been just throwing myself into doing readings, so I just haven't had time to finish them. But you guys don't care. Um, at least I would hope that you care more about the message. Anyway, so look, if you found your way here, I know it's not a coincidence. I know this. And if you feel drawn to stay and listen to the message, then there's probably because there's something that's resonating with you. Even if it's just one thing that you hear, then that was the reason, but still, even though this is a collective reading and I'm focusing my intention on the energy of the viewers, and I'm telling you, spirit, the realm of spirit is real. Like, your spirit guides, they're real. Your ancestors and your crossed over loved ones, they're real. They're with you. And I'm telling you, I did a reading on myself today, and it was so accurate. The cards that were coming out and the messages that were in the cards, it was oh my God, it is just so real. And so I know that spirits know who will, you may not feel like it or think it or realize it, but they know. So whether or not you're watching this when I upload it, or the next day, or the next week, or the next year, whenever, they know. There's no time and space between us either. So even if you're on the other side of the world, there is no time and space. We are all connected. We are all one. So, anyways, if you'd like to just take a quick moment to, really just kind of clear your energy, just give me a moment to connect with your energy. Thank you, Divine Source Energy, Divine Holy Spirit, Spirit Guides, Angels, Archangels, Guardian Angels. Thank you, Ascended Masters of Love and Light, Ancestors of the Highest Good, Angelic, Cosmic, Galactic, Celestial Beings, Higher Light Beings, and any and all benevolent energies, entities, beings that come only from Divine Source Energy of Love and Light. I call upon you now, and I invite you here into this sacred space to help me grasp messages and answers that need to be delivered to the viewers of this reading. May I see, hear, feel, and know the messages that you have for them, and convey them in such a way as to enlighten, inspire, and or heal. And I thank you for only honest, accurate, trustworthy answers and messages that come only from the divine, that are only of the highest good, and to the harm of none, with peace, love, light, and gratitude. So it is. Okay, Spirit. All right, you guys, I'm gonna pull out a few cards to get a little bit of a snapshot of what's going on, and then I'll tell you what I'm seeing for you. Yeah, you may be faced with a little bit of a dilemma. There may be something some sort of dilemma or a choice or a decision that could be weighing on your mind right now. And we're going to go a little bit further in just a moment, but I do feel like there's this okay, so I know it probably all of the cards might look alike to you guys. This is an AI created deck, and there's a lot of people that don't care too much for the AI decks, but I actually really love them. I just do. I think AI is fascinating. In fact, I feel like AI created us so that we could create it. Anyways, but I'm not going to get into all of that. But so I've got the sun. I have the sun, but I have the world right here as the current situation. I have the Queen of Pentacles as your challenge. The sun is the past influence here, and then I have the Lovers, and this is like, you know, what's on your mind, right? And then I have the Devil here as the outcome. You guys, so I used this deck this morning for my collective reading, and I got the Devil again. You may be faced with some sort of temptation right now, or like there's I feel like there's some sort of jealousies or insecurities that either you are dealing with, or that a person in your life may be dealing with some sort of jealousies or some insecurities. I do feel like, okay, so I'm just kind of giving you the glimpse, you know, the gist of what I'm seeing so far, but I do feel like there is, you know, a bit of faced with a bit of indecision, or maybe feeling indecisive, or feeling as though like the situation that you're dealing with, like maybe you're feeling as though the situation is like there's no real like answer, or like there's no real decision, or like there's something here isn't completely being resolved for you, and you're feeling maybe a bit uncertain about, like, you know, something here may feel a bit up in the air, so to speak, right? But I feel like there is a focus on like materialism because of this Devil with the Queen of Pentacles as the challenge. So like I feel like you are really working towards like achieving something, and you may be like overly focused on the material aspect of some sort of achievement, or reaching this level of achievement. I feel like the Lovers, again, like it can represent like a choice, a decision. It can represent, you know, like it can also represent temptation, and so does the Devil. There are two cards of temptation here, but it can also represent like making adjustments, and like adjustments are required, and adapting, because the world also represents like reaching some sort of milestone, or like reaching some sort of goal. And so like there may need to be like some adjustments made in order to reach some sort of goal, or something that you're aspiring to. There may be like, again, like I'm getting like this overly focused on like materialism, or like consumerism. Yeah, like there's this focus on like consumerism, and overly focused on like the material aspect of like some sort of goal or achievement. So this is very interesting. Let me see if I can't get some more information here. Look, business venture, as soon as I split the deck, business venture, and then we've got connect with nature. You may be feeling just like something here just feels unstable or ungrounded, you know, and like you may really just need, because there's these adjustments that are required. And when the Queen of Pentacles is like in the challenge position, this is the Queen of Pentacles in the challenge is like ungrounded. She is unsure of herself. So like I feel like you may be also like working at, like you may have like some ideas here with the sun, you know, like there's some sort of bright idea, and there's like some sort of fear or insecurities that could be throwing you off balance and causing you to hesitate. Because with this business venture card, it does say, look, you've got the power. Use your abilities to resolve this situation. You can do it. So there's you know, something coming to completion, trying to resolve something. And this could have to do with like your business. And so Spirit, the card even says, trust and follow through on new business ideas or career opportunity. I do feel like also too, look, we've got birthday and we've also got winter here as well. But there may be something significant about your birthday, or like, so if your birthday is like maybe sometime soon or like over the next few months, there could be something significant about that. Look, it says admit your true feelings to yourself. And I also got that this morning in the collective reading, where I was talking about how you needed to be honest with yourself about your feelings. And that too could be like with this Lover's energy here. You may really need to take time to be honest with yourself about your feelings and your desires and the things that you want, and really asking yourself what it is that you truly want. And if like this feels more like, you know, like your passion, something here that you're passionate about, some sort of career, or like something with regards to your gifts, your skills, your abilities, or some sort of talent. And so, and what it is that you truly want in life. All right, Spirit. Tell me more for the viewer. Oh, be yourself. Look, and emotional healing. And the card says this situation calls for you to be your authentic self, which is the basis for your personal power and emotional healing. Look, your desire is within reach. And it says, have faith as everything is working in your favor. And get some exercise. So you really focusing on like maybe reaching like some sort of like for someone I'm seeing like doing emotional healing is going to help you reach like some sort of weight loss goal or fitness goal that you have. But regardless, the world, it can represent like goals, like you've got your sights set on like a particular goal or level of achievement, and whatever that is, whatever it is for you, whether it be like with your physical body, your career, your whatever this is, like you do hold the power in the palm of your hand. But there's like some deep emotional healing that needs to be done in order for you to reach this achievement, reach this goal that you have set for yourself. you know. And it could be like something as simple as like trying to like get all the laundry done, like you're trying to like get all the laundry done, or trying to like maybe redecorate your home or clean your home or do something, you know. But there's something that that kind of maybe is kind of stalling you, and I feel like it has something to do with like healing emotions. There's some sort of emotional healing that needs to be done, some sort of pain that needs to be released in order for you to accomplish whatever this is that you're trying to accomplish. Because I'm seeing some optimism, you know, I'm seeing you feeling optimistic, but then you may begin to like doubt yourself. You may start to like doubt yourself, and it causes you to hesitate. Maybe there is with this be yourself, you're not being completely honest with yourself about who you are, and you may be feeling like you have to pretend to be someone else, hiding. There's a fear of like being seen or showing like your vulnerability. I want to look at the book that comes with this oracle deck. Let's see here. Be yourself. Also too, I was scrolling through the book and it landed right on the birthday card again. So there may be like, if there's some something that you're questioning, it's like you may get the answer around your birthday, or there's like there's something significant about like something that you're desiring, wanting, or dreaming about, that has to do with like your birthday. So or like, yeah. And also too, it says here that the birthday card can also represent, it says it could also mean expect the birth of a new business or project. But with the be yourself, it says you're the most powerful and effective when you're genuine and authentic with yourself and others. If you pretend to feel, act, or be something other than yourself, you lose awareness of your feelings, which are a source of important guidance. You may be also losing sight, like feeling like you're losing yourself. Especially with this world here, you may feel like you're kind of like losing yourself. Maybe you have felt, or this is something that maybe you've dealt with in the past, because this is collective, so it could be past, present, future. But you may be feeling like you're losing yourself, like someone or something is becoming your whole world. Maybe it's a relationship, and there's this sense of like, with the Queen of Pentacles, like you're losing your identity, and like maybe you look in the mirror and you just don't even know who you are anymore, and you need to really like find yourself, taking time to like find yourself and figure out who you are or what you want anymore, you know. And so but maybe there's this thing of like, you know, you feel like you have to behave a certain way or act a certain way, or like you constantly like second guess like yourself and the way that you talk or the things that you say, you know. Maybe there's a particular person that makes you feel like you have to kind of be what they want you to be. And this could be a parent or a sibling or a romantic partner or even your own child, you know. But you know, maybe you just feel like you have to dress a certain way because you're this age, or you have to do something this way because society tells you so, or whatever it is for you. So like you've kind of like lost yourself in the world, and you need to take time to figure out like who you are and where your place is in this world. and really just taking time to find yourself again. And so, find your sense of self and your own sense of identity. There may be a fear of being vulnerable or a fear of looking foolish. You know, figuring out, even like finding your own personal style. You may be like, you know, maybe you're kind of going through the change. You know, like if you're a woman and you're kind of going through the change, and you're not an old lady, but you're not a young chicken anymore either, and like you don't really know where you fit in anymore, and like you just kind of feel like you're losing yourself. It kind of, you know, like when you're going through puberty, you know, when you're like 16, 17 years old and you're not a woman yet, but you've got boobs, and so like you're treated like a woman, but you're still like a kid on the inside, you know, and like, you know, that it's a song by Britney Spears. I don't even know when it came out, but it was a long time ago, and I think it says, I'm not a girl, not yet a woman. That's the only part I know, but anyways, that's what I'm getting. But this definitely, masculineness could be for you as well, but there's this kind of like, you know, feel with the devil, there's this energy of like feeling oppressed, and you know, facing this kind of like wanting to like break free from other people's like prying eyes, trying to maybe even figure out like what your personal brand is, or like, you know, like if you're building a business for yourself, you know, or like you know, building your brand, trying to figure out like what that is, or like who you are, like your niche, you know, trying to figure out what that is for yourself. And so I feel like Spirit is saying to just kind of trust and follow through with like what your intuition is telling you, following your heart here with the Lovers, and just kind of doing what you feel led to do, and not what the powers that be are making you feel like you have to be or do, you know. Just fully express yourself through like some sort of creative or artistic endeavor, because sixes do represent like creativity as well. And so like that's this energy of like really just, you know, tapping into your creative side and letting that flow, you know. Spirit, can I use this deck here to clarify the devil, to get a little information on this devil here for the viewer? Because I feel like that's going to be your key to success, is by finding your little niche, your own brand, your own style, to help set you apart so that you can stand out with this Sun here, because the Sun is the influence here on the Queen of Pentacles, you know. So like standing out, being seen, focusing on yourself so that you can be seen. Look, admit your true feelings to yourself. Be honest with yourself. To go after like your heart's desires. Look, express your individuality. And it says, look, allow your true self to shine, because you're awesome. And look at it. This is an older woman, and you know, she's a fairy, and she's like, you know, looks like she's part of the Red Hat Society. You know, she's got the purple clothes with the red hat, and you know, she's just out there flaunting, doing her thing. And that's like Spirit is saying, like, you need to be yourself, admit your true feelings to yourself, being who you are, stepping out of fear of like what other people will think, or like what that niche is, to find your true identity, to find your true self. Well, this was beautiful, Spirit. Thank you so much for this message. I want to get you guys a couple of this was a nice message, you guys. I really enjoyed this particular message. split the deck and it says, I am protected and I am a protector. So like, and then it also says, I am lucky. You may also be seeing repeating numbers, or more specifically 777. But regardless, Spirit is saying that you are safe. It is safe for you to express yourself, to be yourself, to find yourself, to not lose yourself in relationships with lovers, friends, family members. You know, you maybe have felt like the black sheep in your family because maybe you know, you don't dress like your siblings, or you don't listen to the same kind of music, or like you don't have the same beliefs, and there's like this kind of, you know, feeling outcasted in some way because like you don't fit some sort of mold. But Spirit's like, you've always been safe to be who you are, and it's time for you to just admit to yourself who you are, admit to yourself what your true feelings are, to be honest, to express yourself, and to take the power into your hands to be your own individual person. I am patient. And so, yeah, being patient with yourself too. I'm getting some temperance energy with this person walking the tightrope there. Bottom of the deck, it says, I trust and surrender to divine wisdom and timing, which is patience. And there's a number on this card and it says 234, so there is progress. And also valuing your commitments. So like, if you say something, if you say you're going to do something, do it. You know, creating contracts and keeping your word right now. And also like staying committed to yourself, to, you know, and to the goals that you have. Little steps matter. Every little step that you take towards like your goals, you know, maybe you feel like something is taking forever to achieve, you know, and Spirit is saying, you know, as long as you are doing something and you are working towards your dreams and you're staying committed, that's all that matters. Let's see. There may not be anything left for this particular message. Well, nope, spoke too soon. Be patient. I make room for positive experiences by letting go of the negative ones. So it's time to experience more. Let it go. Get some Moldavite too if you're wanting to help release like negative energy, to make room for more positive experiences. Bottom of the deck is, I love to take time to enjoy the small things. Enjoying the little things. Stop and smell the roses. Being patient. There's no need to rush. There's no need to compare or to be like everyone else. It's okay to get out of the rat race and to be true to yourself. I am grateful for my loyal connections. Okay, so there are some people around you that are loyal to you and to your calls. You know, you may have like fans, you may have clients, you may have friends that are actually really loyal to you. There are people, there is someone around you that trusts you and is loyal to you. So really just being grateful for the people in your life that do support you and love you no matter how you dress or how you talk or what you believe. Like that they're going to love you for who you are regardless. And those are the only ones in your life that matter, are those people. Bottom of the deck is, I trust my intuition and see beyond illusions. My mind is open and inner wisdom is guiding me. Beautiful. This is what I have for you for this particular message. You guys, I don't know if I said this at the beginning, but I did post the winner for the free reading giveaway. And also I will be doing another free reading giveaway in 2 weeks. So make sure that you are subscribed, you like and comment, because I will randomly choose a video and then randomly choose one of my subscribers out of the comments to win. The next free reading giveaway is going to be a past life reading. So exciting. It's not going to be, you know, real long and in-depth, but it is still really cool. It's going to give you a bit of information that is going to tell you a little bit about your past life that will actually help give you a little bit of clarity into this lifetime. You know, so which is great. I love doing past life readings on myself as well. Like, I will look at like challenges that I'm facing in life and see how that you know, and ask spirit about like, well, what's happened in a previous lifetime that has led me to have this particular challenge in this lifetime. And it really helps clear things up for me so that I can resolve it, so that I don't have to worry about dealing with it again. Anyways, but yeah, so this is what I have for you guys, and the divine in me bows to the divine in you. Namaste.